again. Hello, UCLA Bruins. I miss you all so much. I was very happy to see all of your faces last week during office hours. And this is the official first week of distance learning, which means you will be working from home and submitting assignments. I know it's new to you and it may not be as fun as being in our classroom, but don't forget that we can do anything we set our minds to. Before we get started, I need you to sign into GoFormative by following the steps right below. So you're going to go to https and then goformative.com/join, and you can click on that link in the letter. You're going to enter the class code NAHCF5. You're going to sign in by clicking on the username and the password option. Your username will be first name, last name, for example, America Leon. And the password would be Voices 2019. Notice that the A in my name is capitalized. I will post the link to the video right under this color letters when I am done, so you can come and refer to it. So why are we learning if school is closed? We are still learning because even though we had to close down the building to stay healthy, we have the power to continue to learn. Students across the United States and around the whole world are learning in different ways, and we're lucky to have technology and awesome parents and teachers willing and happy to put in the work to make sure you continue to be successful in your journey to accomplish all of your goals. We want to continue our learning so that when we are back in the classroom next year, we are prepared to do all of the awesome things we will learn as fifth graders. For example, if you think back to third grade when you learned how to do simple multiplication, you used all of that information this year when you learn how to do more difficult multiplication. They're building blocks. What is your job during distance learning? Your job one is follow the learning schedule, and I will explain what that is in a second, but the learning schedule is going to be one of your bestest friends, and I will have a second video that just talks about the learning schedule so that you can take a look at it. It says turn in your assignments. I will explain. There is no official homework, but you should be reading 30 minutes every night aside from these assignments. And more so, you will be getting more paper packets, so look out for those. Remember, those are not my homeworks, those are the school works, and you will turn them into them, not me. So do them in between your other assignments or maybe on the weekends. Which time should I be doing these things? So there are times listed here on the letter, but you will also be able to see those in the learning schedule. Where can I find this learning schedule you keep talking about? You'll find the learning schedule by going to Clever and then Google Classroom. It will be posted there as a weekly learning schedule, number something. It should be in the first page where you guys had your guided reading books. If you have not been able to go into Google Classroom, the class code is UG46MOE. So you can just click on that little plus sign on Google's Classroom, and it will ask you for a class code, and that's what you would enter. So the learning schedule will look a little bit like this depending on the week. And I know it looks a little intimidating, but as you can see here, it's actually just links. So for example, when you're doing on Tuesday, when you are doing Lectura en Español, you would click on the story by clicking on that first link, and then you would click on that second link that says Aquí, and that would take you to where you're going to turn in that that summary. So follow the links. You can zoom in once you see it so that you follow all of the links and get to where you want to be. On Tuesday, this is all you would have to do. On Wednesday, this is all you would have to do, and you will be able to submit everything by clicking on the links, which is super helpful. Definitely go ahead and explore it. It's not up on Google Classroom yet, but it should be by the end of the night today. So, how will I do Spanish reading? And the instructions are right here. You'll click on the link, you'll click to submit your summary, and that's due by 10 a.m. every day. How will I do writing assignments? You will watch all the links, and then this one's a little bit trickier because you're going to create a Google Doc every week, and you're going to share it with me on the first day of the week. So to create a Google Doc, you're going to go into Google Drive, then you'll go through Clever first. So you'll go through Clever, then you click on Google Drive, which is the one that has, it looks like a little triangle. It's blue and yellow and green. Google Drive, you're going to click on plus, the sign, there's a little plus on the left, And you're going to open a new Google Doc, title it, and share it with me on Monday, and that way I'll be able to see your progress throughout the week. Like I already told you, if you go back up here, if we look just at the writing, which is in orange here, you would write an intro on Tuesday, events on Wednesday, conclusion on Thursday, and you would check yourself on Friday. So you're actually going to be submitting a whole essay by the end of the week. Make sure you don't fall behind. I can go ahead and use that link to go and see what you've done. So you don't have to send it to me every day. You actually only have to share it with me once, and I'll be able to see it. How will I do math? Math and English are super important. Math and English you will do through GoFormative. That's why it's important that you sign into GoFormative today. You'll click on the schedule links, and then you will, if you have questions for both math or English, you're just going to come to the office hours right after. Office hours just means it's there for you to ask questions. If you don't have questions for math, you don't have to come to that office hour. If you don't have a question for English, you don't have to come to that office hour. But if you decide that you do, there's a click here link, which will take you to the place where you'll enter the meeting ID and the password to join the office hours. And that will also be there on the learning schedule. There's more instructions here, so go ahead and read them at your own pace. How will I log into end of the day office hours? So every day we will have office hours where we all log in. And these are mandatory, which means we are all going to log in and we are all going to get to see each other. So that's super nice, but also it's definitely where I'll be taking attendance and where I'll tell you if you're missing assignments. So definitely put that in your schedule. How do I do science? Remember, science is optional. It is not mandatory. Therefore, if you don't want to do the science, you do not have to. It'll mostly be projects, experiments, cool videos we found online, that sort of thing. What if my parents can't help me? I understand that some parents are still working and that some parents don't understand the work or that they don't understand English, and that is completely okay. That is why math office hours, English office hours, and a whole class office hours will be available. Remember, math office hours, 12 to 12:30, English office hours, 2 to 2:30, whole class office hours for everyone mandatory, 2:30 to 3, okay? Will I still see my classmates? Yes. Remember that whole class office hours, you will see everyone. What if I don't do an assignment? If you don't submit assignments, it is clear that you are not trying. I will have to contact your family and include this on your report cards. Distance learning will be new, but it will be very doable if you put in all the right efforts, and I'm here to help. Parents will be able to see a tracker that shows what you did and did not do. So there will be green, red, and yellow. Green for when you submitted things and you did them right and you put in your best effort. Red for when it's not done, and yellow when it was done, but I know you could have done a better job. Can I work with a partner? Yes. You and your best friend can work in class together if your parents allow it. I'm not saying you have to, but if you want to, you can. Remember that there's a difference between collaborating and copying, and that you will not be learning if you copy. Can we have fun Fridays? Absolutely. If we have a good week, and we are all doing work, we can have fun Fridays. That's pretty much everything that's on the letter. The most important thing for today, I would say, is to make sure that you go on to GoFormative, and that by tomorrow at 10 a.m., you are ready to submit your first Spanish assignment. So that would be this one. Remember, Tuesday, 10 a.m. Just look at the top and look at the side. Tuesday, 10 a.m., that's what is due. Again, this schedule will be available today by the end of the day on Google Classroom. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, have your parent contact me, and I will talk to them.